All right, this is Lab Model Data in Power BI Desktop, Part 1. I have clicked Launch the Lab, and that launched the lab here. And before we start, we can click Fit Window to Machine. There's not a big difference on my setup. We need to download the lab files to the D drive, and that'll take about a minute to copy the latest lab files from GitHub and configure the directories as needed for the remainder of the lab exercises. And we'll see a success message above once the process is complete. Once we've received the success message, we'll click on Next to proceed to the lab. And there it is. This video is not edited, so if you would like to speed up, then please do so. This is Model Data in Power BI Desktop, Part 1. This estimated time to complete the lab is 45 minutes. In this lab, you will commence developing the data model. It will involve creating relationships between tables and then configuring table and column properties to improve the friendliness and usability of the data model. You will also create hierarchies and create quick measures. In this lab, you will learn how to create model relationships, configure table and column properties, create hierarchies, and create quick measures. The lab story. This lab is one of many in a series that was designed as a complete story from data preparation to publication as reports and dashboards. You can complete the labs in any order. However, if you intend to work through multiple labs for the first 10 labs, we suggest you do them in the following order. We're on number 3, Model Data in Power BI Desktop, Part 1. Exercise 1 is Create Model Relationships. In this exercise, you will create model relationships. Task 1 is to get started. In this task, you will set up the environment for the lab. Important, if you are continuing on from the previous lab and you have completed that lab successfully, do not complete this task. Instead, continue from the next task. To open the Power BI Desktop on the taskbar, click the Microsoft Power BI Desktop shortcut. We'll click Get Started. We'll X out of that. All right. To open the starter Power BI desktop file, click the File ribbon to open the Backstage view, and then choose Open Report, and then Browse Reports. In the Open window, navigate to the D drive, the DA100 folder, Labs, 03, Configure Data Model in Power BI Desktop, and open that, and then Starter. And we'll select the Sales Analysis Power BI file and click Open. Close any information windows that may open. To create a copy of the file, click the File ribbon to open the Backstage view and select Save As. In the Save As window, navigate to DA100, My Solution, and then click Save. Working on it. So that was task 1. Now we'll proceed to task 2, create model relationships. In this task, you'll create model relationships. In Power BI Desktop at the left, click the model view icon. If you do not see all 7 tables, scroll horizontally to the right and then drag and arrange the tables more closely together so they can all be seen at the same time. Okay. You can also use the zoom control located at the bottom of the window. In model view, it's possible to view each table and relationships, connectors between tables. Presently, there are no relationships because in the Prepare Data in Power BI Desktop lab, you disabled the data load relationship options. To return to report view, At the left, click on the report view icon. To view all table fields in the Fields pane, right-click in an empty area and choose Expand All. To create a table visual in the Fields pane from inside the product table, check the Category field. The labs use a shorthand notation to reference a field. It will look like this: product, pipe, category. In this example, product is the table and category is the field name. To add an additional column to the table in the Fields pane, select Sales field. Notice that the table visual lists 4 product categories. I'm going to need to make that bigger if I'm going to notice something. That's still really small. That didn't really alter that. Focus mode. That. Said there was a zoom at the bottom, but I don't see a zoom at the bottom. Could choose. What is that? I don't know. Not sure. Not sure. All right. Notice that the table visual lists 4 product categories and that the sales value is the same for each and the same for the total. I really can't notice that. So what should I do? That didn't really do it. Anything under view? No, I don't think so. I'm not sure how to, oh, page view, scale to fit, fit to width. Actual size. Okay, that's better. That's viewable. All right, so that looks like, okay, so that's under view and then page view. All right. All right. Notice that the table visual lists 4 product categories and that the sales value is the same for each and the same for the total. That's true. The issue is that the table is based on fields from different tables. The expectation is that each product category displays the sales for that category. However, because there isn't a model relationship between these tables, the sales table is not filtered. You'll now add a relationship to propagate filters between the tables. On the Modeling ribbon tab, oh, I have to get back to that. Modeling ribbon tab. From inside the Relationships group, click Manage Relationships. In the Manage Relationships window, notice that no relationships are defined yet. To create a relationship, click New. In the Create Relationship window, in the first drop-down list, select the Product table. In the second drop-down, beneath the Product table grid, select the Sales table. Do we need to go down further? Oh, right here, Sales. Notice the product key columns in each table have been automatically selected. Okay, product key is selected and product key is selected, yes. The columns were selected because they share the same name and data type. In the cardinality drop-down list, notice that one to many, 1:*, is selected. The cardinality was automatically detected because Power BI understands that the product key column from the product table contains unique values. One-to-many relationships are the most common cardinality, And all relationships you create in this lab will be this type. You'll work with a many-to-many cardinality in the Model Data in Power BI Desktop Part 2 lab. In the cross filter direction drop-down list, notice that single is selected. Single filter directions means that filters propagate from one side to the many side. In this case, it means that filters applied to the product table will propagate to the sales table, but not in the opposite direction. You'll work with a bidirectional relationship in the Model Data in Power BI Desktop Part 2 lab. Notice that the mark this relationship active is checked. No, make this relationship active is checked. Active relationships propagate filters. It's possible to mark a relationship as inactive so filters don't propagate. Inactive relationships can exist when there are multiple relationship paths between tables. In this case, model calculations can use special functions to activate them. You'll work with an inactive relationship in the Model Data in Power BI Desktop Part 2 lab. Click OK. In the Manage Relationships window, notice that the new relationship is listed, and then click Close. In the report, notice that the table visual updated to display different values for each product category. All right. Filters applied to the product table now propagate to the sales table. Switch to the model view. And notice there's now a connector between product and the sales table. It does not matter if the tables are positioned next to each other. Oh, I need to give more space to show that. Wow. If I squish this over a little bit. Oh boy. I don't know. What am I going to do to make these can I move this? I'd really like to move it. It doesn't seem to want to move. How am I going to get over to the sales table? All right, maybe if I just close properties and close fields for a second. Nope. Can I move this one over? Maybe make that smaller. I don't even know how I'm going to get to the sales table because it's just not on the same, literally not on the same page. So I don't know what to do about that. I really don't. I don't see any way I can scroll over any further than that. Can I expand that? Maybe. Expand all. I don't know. All right. Anyhow, it should look like this picture where there's a connection between these two tables and sales is over here, but I don't know how to scroll any further or get that to display. In the diagram, notice that you can interpret the cardinality, which is interpreted by the 1 and star. So there's a 1 here by product, and there's a star by sales. Filter direction is represented by the arrowhead. A solid line represents an active relationship. A dashed line represents an inactive relationship. Hover the cursor over the relationship to highlight the related columns. Well, we can't see that right now very well, can we? Okay, you can see that product ID is highlighted. There's an easier way to create a relationship, thank goodness. In the model diagram, you can drag and drop columns to create a new relationship. To create a new relationship using, what does this do? Can I what would make this better? Collapse all? Still can't. Collapse all, expand all, refresh the data. I don't know. Well, that is nice because now it shows us that. I don't know. All right, to create a new relationship using a different technique from the reseller table, expand that. And we'll drag the reseller key to the sales table. I can't do that. I'm not sure what to do about that. Can I reduce? So, oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, let's get these things closer together. If we can. There's, oh my gosh, these are really spread out. Wow. I have to take this in steps. I hope that is everything. Okay. Reseller targets. Sales. Closer. Salesperson and salesperson region. Let's make that a bit larger. Okay, now I think we can do this step much more easily. All right, we want to create a new relationship using a different technique from the reseller table. We'll drag the reseller key, this, to the reseller. Expand that, move salesperson. I'm just going to be dragging these tables around all day. That's okay. All right, we're going to drag reseller key to reseller key. All right, oh, now we can see the star and the arrow indicating the relationship. The direction of this relationship is 1, and the arrow goes to many in the sales. Is that correct? I think so, yes. Okay, tip. Sometimes a column doesn't want to be dragged. If this situation arises, select a different column, and then select the column you intend to drag again, and then try again. Ensure that you see the new relationship added to the diagram. I think that's what it should be. Use the new technique to create the following 2 model relationships. Region, all right, I'm gonna move this down a little bit. Region, sales territory key to sales territory key. Boom. Did that do it? Yes. All right, there's a 1 in the region and many in sales. And from salesperson, expand salesperson, drag employee key in salesperson to sales employee key. I don't see that. Oh, there's employee key. Okay, employee key to employee key. Whoa, what have I done? In this lab, the salesperson region and targets table remain disconnected. There's a many-to-many relationship between salespeople and regions, and you'll work with this advanced scenario in the Model Data to Power BI Desktop Lab 2. All right, I'm going to cancel out of that just in case I didn't do that correctly. I'm going to try again. Salesperson employee key to sales employee key. All right, that is like giving this thing. Why is it like saying that's a many-to-many? And if that's correct, then why didn't it like sales? The salesperson can be in more than one region. I don't remember why that is. And that is the direction. It says go from salesperson employee key. Oh, salesperson. All right, this is what I'm doing wrong. I need to go from salesperson employee key. No, I'm supposed to go from region. No, salesperson employee key to sales employee key. All right, so I needed to be doing this. All right, and that's just a one-to-many relationship. Okay, good. Whew. All right, in this diagram, arrange the tables so that sales table is positioned at the center. Easier said than done, but we'll try. Move region a little bit and try to get sales at the center. It helps. Move reseller. We'll move. It's pretty good. Looks pretty good to me. This picture has 5 images. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, do I have this right? Let's open that image in a new tab. All right. Oh, I should have. Yeah, I don't think I did my relationships correctly. Because sales should be connected to reseller and product and salesperson and region. And that's not what I have. So what did I do? All right, I did that incorrectly. So I'm going to delete that relationship. Yes, I'm sure. And I'm going to create a relationship between sales employee key and sales employee key. Let's see what we get with that. Okay, is that all right? Did I do that correctly? Salesperson employee key to sales employee key. Oh, good. Not, what am I doing? Okay, so that's 5 tables. All right, I think that's okay. Maybe we're just not using these right at the moment. This looks like 5 tables with sales in the center. And where is that? This one had reseller, then product, then region, then salesperson. Reseller, product, region, and salesperson. So a little different order, but I don't know that we have to make it look the exact same. Yeah, it says in the diagram, arrange the tables so that the sales table is positioned in the center of the diagram and the related tables are arranged around it. Position the disconnected tables to the side. So it didn't say these had to be in any particular order. So I think we can go with that. All right, now we want to save the Power BI desktop table. Now, how can we get back there? All right, go to home, need to go left, file, save. Or I could have just clicked on the save disk. Well, that was exercise 2. This is probably the hardest part, setting up the diagram and the relationships, she said. Anyhow, that was exercise 1. Now we're on to exercise 2, configure tables. In this exercise, you will configure each table by creating hierarchies and hiding, formatting, and categorizing columns. Task 1 is to configure the product table. In this task, you will configure the product table. In the model view, which is where we are, in the fields pane. I think I got rid of the fields pane. I'll have to bring those back. Boom. If necessary, expand the product table to reveal all the fields. Okay, I'll try to do that. It doesn't want to like move that up very high. Okay. To create a hierarchy in the fields pane, right-click the category column. Oh, maybe I was supposed to expand product here. All right, we'll right-click the category column and we'll select create hierarchy. In the properties pane to the left of fields in the name box, replace the text with products. All right. To add the second level to the hierarchy in the properties pane, in the hierarchy drop-down list, select product. To complete the hierarchy design, click Apply Level Changes. Got category, we've got subcategory. Wait, I don't think this is correct because this is showing a category and then a subcategory, and I feel like I must have skipped subcategory. Yeah, I did. All right, I'm going to get rid of, let's see, to add a second layer to the hierarchy in the properties pane, select subcategory. No, I don't think that's what I wanted to do. All right, I'm going to start over. Fields, expand product. The category column. Create hierarchy. We have, right, we have category, create hierarchy. Properties fields, we'll call this the name box. We'll call this products. I don't want to. How can I get rid? Oh, I want to get rid of this one or edit it. All right, let's try this. Can I drag this in here or not? I don't know. So I'm going to delete it. Am I sure that I want to delete products? Yeah, I do, because I'll just create it again. I'm going to get rid of this one too, because I want to just start fresh. All right. No hierarchies, just the fields that we started with. All right. In the model view in the fields pane, if necessary, expand the product to reveal all the fields. To create a hierarchy, in the fields pane, right-click the category column and then create hierarchy. In the properties pane, to the left of fields, in the name box, replace the text with products. To add the second level to the hierarchy in the properties pane, in the hierarchy drop-down list, select subcategory. Okay. You might need to scroll down inside the pane. To add the third level to the hierarchy, in the hierarchy drop-down list, select product. Okay. To complete the hierarchy design, click apply level changes. We scroll down, we can see we want product to have category and then subcategory and then product. So click apply level changes, and there we see products and category, subcategory, and product hierarchy. Tip, don't forget to click apply level changes. It's a common mistake to overlook this step. In the fields pane, notice the products hierarchy. Products is category, subcategory, and product. And it has this image here. To reveal the hierarchy levels, expand the products hierarchy. So it is expanded now. Can collapse them and expand them. To organize columns into a display folder in the Fields pane, first select the background color format column. While pressing the Control key, select the Font Color Format column. In the Properties pane, in the Display folder box, let's find this, enter Formatting. In the Fields pane, notice, I think I need to enter. In the Fields pane, notice that the two columns are now inside a folder. Formatting has background color format and font color format. Display folders are a great way to declutter tables, especially for tables that comprise many fields. All right, that was task 1. Now we're on to task 2, configure the region table. In this task, you will configure the region table. In the region table, create a hierarchy named regions. Region, expand, columns, create a hierarchy named regions, which has 3 levels, group, country, and region. All right, so I'll go to group. Do we have group? Oh, there it is. Okay, so group, go to group. We'll right click and say create hierarchy. We will scroll up, give this one a name of regions. And we'll scroll down to the hierarchy. We've got group, and we want to add country. Scroll down a little bit, and I want to add region. Okay, select the country column, and then in the properties, all right, I'll apply the changes. It says to create that. Okay, so I'll apply level changes to create that hierarchy. In regions, I can now see my hierarchy, which has group, country, and region. Okay, so done step 1, task. Step 2 is select the country column, not the country hierarchy level. Okay, I'm going to select the country column, not the country hierarchy level. In properties, in the properties pane, expand the advanced column. At the bottom of the pane, and then in the data category drop-down list, select country/region. Data categorization can provide hints to the report designer. In this case, categorizing the column as country or region provides more accurate information to Power BI when it renders a map visualization. Does not say that we need to click apply task. Oh, I see. Does not say that we need to hit apply task, but we can see a little globe symbol indicating that it's given it some mapping information. So that's cool. All right, so that was task 2. So we'll try task 3, configure the reseller table. In this task, you will configure the reseller table. In the reseller table, scroll down a little bit so it's up higher. Create a hierarchy named resellers with the following 2 levels: business type and reseller. So I'll click on business type, right click and choose create hierarchy. And scroll up and we'll name this resellers. And we'll add, we have business type, and we'll add reseller to this 2-level hierarchy. And we're going to need to click apply level changes to make that hierarchy take effect. All right, so we clicked apply level changes to make that hierarchy take effect, and now we can see that hierarchy in the resellers table. All right, and we'll create a second hierarchy named geography with the following 4 levels: country, region, state, province, city, and reseller. Okay, so we'll start with country, region, and we'll choose create hierarchy. And we'll scroll up and we'll name this geography. And this hierarchy will have 4 levels. The first will be country, region. The second will be state, province. The third will be city. And the fourth will be reseller. And we'll scroll down and click apply level changes in order to create that hierarchy, which has 4 levels. This will be called geography, and it'll consist of country, region, state, province, city, and reseller. So click apply level changes. And if we scroll back up to reseller, we can now see this geography hierarchy. We can expand it to see it's consisting of country, region, state, province, city, and reseller. So we'll collapse that again. Categorize the following 3 columns. Okay, country, region as country, region. All right, these are columns. So where was country, region? I don't even remember. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, country, region. I don't even remember what I did to like make it a particular type of thing. All right, in the properties pane, expand the advanced column. Okay, so that's what we did. All right, so we'll go to the properties. We'll click on country, region. And in properties, we want to go down, scroll down to advanced, expand the advanced area, scroll down, and we want to categorize this as a country/region. All right, and now our country/region gets a globe. And now we want to select state/province. And we want to categorize that as a state or province. And that gets a little globe. And then we want to select the city variable. And we want to categorize that as a city. And that gets a little globe because it's providing map information. That was task 3. Task 4, configure the sales table. In this task, you will configure the sales table. In the sales table, which is down here, select the cost column. In the properties pane, in the descriptor box, enter based on standard cost. Okay. Descriptions can be applied to tables, columns, hierarchies, or measures. In the fields pane, description text is revealed in a tooltip when a report author hovers their cursor over the field. Select the quantity column. In the properties page, from inside the formatting section, slide the thousands separator property to on. Oops, let's open that up. Format 1000 separator. Okay, 1000 separator is off. Now it's on. I think it was on. What did I do? Is that good? All right, now it's on. Thousands separator. Select the unit price column. In the properties pane from the formatting section, slide the decimal places property to 2. Okay, 2. In the advanced group, you may need to scroll down to locate it. In the summarize by drop-down list, select average. By default, numeric columns will summarize by summing values together. This default behavior is not suitable for a column like unit price, which represents a rate. Setting the default summarization to average will produce a meaningful result. That was task 4. On to task 5. Task 5, bulk update properties. In this task, you will update multiple columns using single bulk updates. You will use this approach to hide columns and format column values. In the Fields pane, select the product key column. Product key column. While pressing the Control key, select the following 13 columns. Oh, good heavens. I don't even know if I can do that, but I'll try. I can't even get them all on my screen. Holy cow. All right, so region is the first, then reseller. Wow, I can't make that any bigger, can I? So it's region. Where's region? Here's region. All right, we've got product key. I'm going to hold down the Control key and move down to get region. Oh, no, it's not region. It's region sales territory key. All right, we've got sales territory key, then reseller key. Reseller, where's reseller key? Right there. Sales employee key is there. That's been selected, hasn't it? Yes. And sales product key and sales reseller key. Then sales order number. Did that get selected? No. There we go. And sales territory key. And salesperson employee ID. And salesperson employee key. Then salesperson VPN. And salesperson employee key. And then salesperson sales territory key. I need to open up, expand targets, and scroll down and choose employee ID. And in the property, oh, what have I done? In the properties pane, slide the in is hidden property to on. Am I going to be able to find this thing? I don't know. Is hidden. Working on it. Okay. Looks like they're hidden. That's good. I made that really small. I wish I hadn't done that. Maybe I can fix that. The columns were hidden because they're either used by relationships or will be used in row-level security configuration or calculation logic. You'll define how row-level security in the model data in Power BI Desktop Part 2 lab using the UPN column. You'll use sales order number in a calculation in the Create DAX calculations in Power BI Desktop Lab Part 1 lab. Multi-select the following 3 columns. Let's see if I can make this any bigger. Can I? Why not? Oh boy, trying to grab onto that handle again. If I try to grab the corner. I don't know, I feel like I made this small. Oh, maybe that. That did not do it. Wow. I swear that was bigger before. And it changed when I was trying to select all 13 columns. And now I don't know how to like make it bigger. And I'm having a real hard time getting a handle to try to change this. And this does not make it bigger. That did not make it bigger. So even if I am able to grab a handle, it didn't really help. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm almost done with exercise 2, so I'll just try to go along with that. Is there anything I can click? No. Don't know what I did. What can I do? Don't know. All right. Anyway, multi-select the following 3 columns: product, standard cost. Product, standard cost, sales cost, and sales. If I make this any smaller, I won't be able to see it at all. Sales cost and sales. I've selected these 3 columns. In the properties pane from inside the formatting section, set the decimal places property to 0. Scroll down, decimal places, and we'll make that, oh, working on it. What is it working on? 0. Okay, 0 is what I want. All right, that was the end of exercise 2. Try exercise 3, review the model interface. In this exercise, you will switch to the report view and review the model interface. Task 1, review the model interface. In this task, you will switch to the report view and review the model interface. So that is our report view. Still wish I could make that bigger, but I don't know that that's, yeah, really didn't want to do it, so. Oopsie. All right, in the fields pane, notice the following. Columns, hierarchies, and their levels are fields, which can be used to configure report visuals. All right. Oops, I want to do that. I don't want to do that. All right. Only fields relevant to report authoring are visible. The salesperson region table is not visible because all of its fields are hidden. Spatial fields in the region and reseller table are adorned with a spatial icon. Fields adorned with the sigma symbol will summarize by default. A tooltip appears when hovering the cursor over the sales cost field. Okay, let's see our tooltip. Sales cost. Description is based on standard cost. Fantastic. All right. Expand the sales order date field and then notice that it reveals a date hierarchy. I don't know that I did that. I don't think that's, uh-oh, I must have made a mistake because I don't have year, month, quarter, and date. Expand the sales order date field. I think I did that, right? Oh, no, there it is. Oh, goodness. Okay. All right, there's our date hierarchy. Year, quarter, month, and day are all available. Good. By expanding order date, we can see the date hierarchy. The target month field delivers a similar hierarchy. We can expand that. Target month. Let's see that hierarchy. We have a date hierarchy with year, quarter, month, and day, so the same. These hierarchies were not created by you. They were created automatically. There is a problem, however. The AdventureWorks financial year commences on July 1st of each year, but In these automatically created date hierarchies, the date hierarchy year commences on January 1st of each year. You'll now turn this automatic behavior off. In the Create DAX Calculations in Power BI Desktop Part 1 lab, you'll use DAX to create a date table and configure it to define the AdventureWorks calendar. To turn off Auto Date Time, click the File ribbon tab to open the Backstage view. At the left, go to Options and Settings, and then Options. In the Options window, at the left, in the Current File group, select Data Load. In the Time Intelligence section, uncheck Auto Date Time. Uncheck that. We'll click OK. To the OK. Cannot get to the OK. What if I hit Enter? Will that do it? Oh, darn. I don't know what I'm going to do if I can't click OK on this. Maybe shrink it? Maybe. I'm going to have to grab it again. This is wild. I'm going to need a bigger. I cannot get. Oh, wait. If I scroll down. Nope, that didn't do it. I can go left and right, but not down to click OK. All right, well, it seemed to, oh, I hope I didn't do anything I didn't want to do by hitting enter a lot. Oh, well. In the Fields pane, notice that the date hierarchies are no longer available. Oh my goodness, they're gone. Okay, good. Oh, thank God. All right, that was exercise 3. Exercise 4, create quick measures. In this exercise, you will create 2 quick measures. Task 1, create quick measures. In this task, you will create 2 quick measures to calculate profit and profit margin. In the Fields pane, right-click the sales table. Click the sales table, and then select New Quick Measure. In the Quick Measures window in the Calculation dropdown, list from inside the Mathematical Operations group, select Subtraction. In the Fields pane of the Quick Measures window, expand the sales table. Drag the sales field into the base value box. Whoa. I hope I did that correctly. It looks okay. Drag the cost field into the value to subtract. Click OK. Oh my gosh. I can't get to the OK. Oh man, am I not going to be able to do this because I can't click OK? I don't know what to do about that. Right-clicking doesn't do anything. Make this window smaller. Darn it, I wish that would have done the OK because I don't see how to do anything about that. That is a bummer. I don't know what to do about that. I really don't. I guess this is it because I don't see how to select OK. I don't know. No. Is there any way I can make this bigger? Update available. Click to download. I do not know how to make that bigger. That was not that dramatic and exciting. Wow. I think this is it because I just don't know what to do about that. Fields pane, right click sales. What do I have in terms of more columns? Hide, view hidden on all, collapse all, expand all. All right, new quick measure. Just don't seem to be able to grab onto anything. What is that? Is that anything? No. That doesn't seem to, I don't seem to be able to grab anything. Change that. Is there any different way to make a quick measure? I don't know. Quick measure. Quick measure. Same thing. I just don't seem to be able to do much more with that. Search. Task view. Yeah, I just don't know how to make that more easy to work with. Can't find the OK button. I'll use a keyboard to click instead of a mouse. Hold U to move the mouse to the left, O to move it to the right, 8 to move it up, K to move it down. Really, so K. U is, wow, I don't know that I'm going to remember that. Choose 7, 9, J, and L to move the mouse diagonally. Press 5 to click. Doing so will act as a mouse click on whatever your mouse is selecting. Can't see buttons to click on. Ha ha ha. Oh. Tools content. Be sure the box load images automatically is checked. Tools. Tools. Tools here. Wonder. Zoom. Well, that's a thought. Send this page, create a QR code, read aloud, zoom. What if I made it smaller? Ooh, that's interesting. I still don't see the OK button. That's really curious. Huh. All right, fields pane. Try it again anyway. Sales. Right click on sales. Oh, we need to open it. Right, we did new quick measure. In the quick measures window in the calculation drop down, mathematical operations. Subtraction. Base value. Expand sales menu. Base value. Drag the sales field. And the value to subtract will be the cost. And then click OK. Still don't see how to click OK. Can I just hit enter? Lord, that is not fun. If I made it even smaller, I just don't see any way to click OK on this thing. Well, I don't think there's going to be a quick measure. It certainly has not been quick. Is there a slow measure? I just don't know. Take it back up to a larger size. Reset. Just create a plain old measure. It's not quick. What about a new measure? Measure equals. Will this work? I don't know. Oh, measure equals. Did I start from the correct table? Yeah, we're starting in sales table. I'm not going to try the quick measure. In the quick measures window calculation, we'll try, yeah. Subtraction. We'll take sales. What does that do? Right, sale, measure equals sales minus cost. Would that work? Failed to resolve name cost. Oh, crud. I don't get to select anything. All right, what about if I click on it, not go into there? No, that did not do it. Got rid of my measure. I don't want that. Measure. New measure? No, that's not helping. All right. If I do sales dot sales minus, that's not liking this. No. Cost. I don't know. It's not happy about that. Yeah, I don't know. All right, well, that's no good. Can I delete that? Can even get rid of it. What can I do with that? Delete from model. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very sure I want to delete it from the model. Measure. New quick measure, rename, hide. Yeah, that didn't really work. Delete it from the model. So delete. fields, measure equals sales. I don't understand. No, I don't know how to make a measure. Create your own measures. Yeah, I tried to create measure. Fields, sales, more options, new measure. Dot. Calculations group in the home table. Sales amount. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay. That's what I want. Oh, I wish I could copy that. All right. All right, what am I going to call this thing? All right, create a measure, new measure. We'll call it sales minus, it's called sales minus cost, right? Sales minus cost equals, I'm going to do sum of, and we want it to be sales minus sum sales cost. All right, will that work? I hope so. Work? I hope that's it. It's got a little warning. The sum function only accepts a column reference. Maybe I need to close that parenthesis and close that. Just that. Nope, that's not doing it. Oh, sum. We need something there. All right. How about that? Is that it? Oh my gosh. It doesn't have a warning or anything. All right, that's good. How do I get rid of make that go away now? I hope that was easier and more quick for you than it was for me. And I'm not sure if that's correct, but I did something anyway. All right, and I have something called sales minus cost. A quick measure creates the calculation for you. They're easy and fast to create for simple and common calculations. You'll create measures without using this tool in the Create DAX calculations in Power BI Desktop 1 Part 1 lab. I think I just got some help from that lab. Anyway, in the fields pane inside the sales table, notice the new measure. Yes, notice it. It's amazing. Measures are adorned with the calculator icon. Yes, I see the calculator icon. To rename the measure, right-click it and then select Rename. To rename a field, you can also double-click it or select it and press F2. Rename the measure to profit. All right, so we can right-click and choose Rename, call it profit. In the sales table, add a second quick measure. Oh, come on. I don't want to do another measure. Do I have to? I suppose I do. I'm so close to done with this one. Also, all right. I just cannot seem to make that work for me. Can I get back to what I did before? I'm wondering. New measure. All right, we'll call this, what are we going to call it? Profit margin. Profit margin equals. Let's see, what will we do? Sums, use the measure in your report. Measure with a slicer. Create calculated columns. Maybe I should have continued on with that. Create and use your own measures. Quick measures. Tip. Measure equals something, sum. What would I want for this other one? Use your measure in another measure. Aha. Net sales per unit equals that. All right, what was my question again? All right, I want another another measure using division. Numerator will be the sales profit field. And the way those are written is sales profit. All right, so try. If this is correct, we'll try sum sales profit. Oh, profit thing. Where's profit? I don't see it. Darn it. How come I don't see profit? Nope, that's not it. I just use the field I created. Profit. Yes, I can. Good. Profit divided by, can I do this? Sales. Nope. Sum sales. All right, I need to close parentheses on that. Will that work? I don't know if that's correct. I'll hit enter, see if I can find out. Well, didn't complain. I don't know if it's correct, but I didn't complain, so I'm going to go with that. Ensure the profit margin measure is selected. None on. Measure tools contextual ribbon. Set the format to percentage. Contextual tools ribbon. Measure tools. Oh, I don't see contextual tools. I don't see contextual tools. Okay, percentage. And I want, what's that? Write a DAX expression. I've had enough of that. and 2 decimal places. All right, I'm going to go with that. Okay. To test the 2 measures, first select the table visual on the report page. Table visual on the report page. I don't know. This one? This one's a mess. I wish I could get rid of that now. Can't really see that very well. Maybe if I just exit out. There we go. All right, in the fields, select the table visual on the report page. I assume that's what that is. That's the report page, and that's the table visual, I think. In the fields page, select the 2 measures, profit and profit margin. Okay. Click and drag the right guide to widen the table visual. Verify that the measures produce reasonable results that are correctly formatted. Well, that looks like a match. Hard to believe. Thank goodness it's task 2, finish up. Let's see if I can do this. In this task, you will complete the lab. To remove the table, select the table by clicking it and then press the delete key. But I worked so hard to get it. Oh well. Anyway, save the Power BI desktop file. Can click save to do that. If prompted to apply queries, click apply later. If you intend to start the next one, leave it open. Whew. All right. That was tougher than I thought it was going to be. Wow. But it worked. So I'm going to click end to end the lab.